Let's get started. First of all, workflow, I expect you to know by this point. Command N, give me a new whatever. I'm in Illustrator, I want a new document. I'm saving this for the web, so just to be certain, I come over here, give this a title, and this time I'll just call it Player 102 because I've already made 01. And I want the width and height to be 1,000 pixels. 1,000 pixels, and it's RGB because it's web. We're going to click OK to create that file. Now I'm going to double click on layer 1 and name that thing background right away. Something I want you guys to do, and I just tell you over and over and over again. The default colors are up, white and black, fill and stroke. I'm going to swap those out, eliminate the stroke, so I'm just drawing with black. And I can hit the letter M. I don't expect you to know that, but that's the rectangle tool, or whichever one of these tools is active when we start out. And then come up and notice the intersect, and that's because I've got smart guides on. That checkbox means it's on. So I'm going to come over here to that intersect and drag down to this opposite corner where the intersect pops in. I can lock this layer, and now I can't do anything to it, which is what I want. Okay, so we need a new layer. Let me show you something new, because I've been clicking this and then double clicking. If we hold down Option and click on the new layer icon, we get a dialog box that says, hey, what do you want to name this, and what color highlight? So I'm going to name this Rectangles, because that's exactly what we're going to put here, and the light red's fine. So I'm going to go OK, and then hit Command minus because I need a little bit more room. I'm going to come out to the very center where it says Center, and if I click, I'm going to draw a rectangle. But if I Option click, I'm going to draw a rectangle from the center, and I want to establish that size right from the beginning. I want to make sure the lock is off. I don't want to constrain the width and height. I want the width to be 20 pixels. Because I played around with this and 20 pixels seemed really good. And I'm going to go to 1200 for the height and then click OK. And I get this rectangle here that very inconveniently is black. For right now, we're not going to work with color. It's always easier to stick with black and white. And if you're going with black and white, it's easy to pick white right here, but I do want you to understand if I double click on this, remember, that's not white. It looks white, but it's not white. See this right here? Drag it up through the corner, all F's. That's white. Click OK. Now, I've got the black arrow. This is selected. I'm going to copy this. Command C to copy. Then I'm going to paste in front with Command F. Looks like nothing happened, right? Well, I'm going to come up to the corner and rotate this. Command F is something you want to know. If I hold down Shift, it snaps to 45 and to 90. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. And then I want to select these two, and I want to rotate them 45 degrees. Hold down Shift, and they snap into place. And we've got a nice little X there, and I can lock this. The rectangles are now drawn exactly as I want them. Hold down Option again, and click, and we'll call this one Circles because that's what we're going to draw. And click OK, and then click and hold on the rectangle tool, come down to the ellipse tool, and again we're on the circles layer. These other two layers are locked, so we can't accidentally draw there. Come into the center, we'll hold down Option and click. Now, like I told you, I played around with this. I'm going to lock this because I want to draw a circle. And I want to draw a circle that's 840 pixels. You know, in both directions, that's what a circle is. And click OK. All right, cool. And then I'm going to hold down Command to temporarily select my last selection tool and click to deselect. Then I still have, see, you still have the elliptical tool. And I'm going to come here to this intersection point and Option click. And this time, instead of 840, I'll click 800 because if you change the radius by 40, the difference is going to be 20 pixels on the outside because there's 20 here and 20 there. Click OK. Now, we don't want to switch back to the selection tool and select both of these circles. We don't want this center part. We just want this ring on the outside. So There are different ways to get rid of this center part, but I want you to understand what the shape builder is. And it's right here. See these two circles with an arrow? Just hover over it right above the perspective grid, right below the free transform is the shape builder. Click on it, and when you roll, remember both of these are selected. When you roll over this, you're going to get different things. I want to remove this center. And so see the plus sign next to that little cursor? If I zoom in, you're going to see that plus sign. If I hold down Option, it turns into a minus sign. Now this works for a lot of tools. I'm going to hit Command 0 so I can get back. Command 0. Okay. Oh, I'm zoomed in. Silly me. So I want to get rid of the center. I'm going to hold down Option and click. That gets rid, you still see that, but if I click with the selection tool, you're going to now notice I can't select anything in the center because all I have is this circle. Now, I want to draw one more right from the center. And again, I played around. This is how I know these numbers. You know, that's what you do. Figure out how to do it, then start over and do it right. I'm going to Option click and type 540. Click OK. Command, I'm hold down the Command key to temporarily select my selection tool so I can deselect, and then Option click in the center, 500, and yes, there's a different way to deselect. Always a different way to do everything. And yeah, I could hit the letter V to get back to that selection tool. Click and drag through to select both of them. Once again, go to the shape builder. Once again, hold down Option and click, and now we have on the circles layer, we have two concentric circles. On the rectangles layer, we have two long, thin rectangles that we're going to work with in the next video in order to make, along with the shape builder, this orange shape without the player one letters. And it's going to be so easy. It all happens because we planned ahead. All right, see you in the next video.